Handicap without the eye than an eye without the arm.
I can hit a gnat's eye at 90 yards.
Alright, next up is True Grit, and grit is what this film really has, and it doesn't let it go. It's a remake of the 1969 classic starring the legendary Duke himself, John Wayne. Well, we go from the Duke to the Dude. That's right, Jeff Bridges, fresh off of last year's Oscar win, and of course, fresh off the box office success of Tron, which was also reviewed here this week, continues to rule, donning the unlimited East aggression of Marshal Rooster Cogburn. In a performance, in my opinion, that it's every bit as intense as it is darkly humored, as well as heroic and everlasting. And why shouldn't it be? Jeff Bridges has reunited with the Coen Brothers, who of course made Jeff Bridges into a guy who was a great actor with many big roles and a nice share of box office hits to his name, into an outright icon, of course, as the Dude in The Big Lebowski. That is, of course, the best film of 1998, I thought. The story is simple. A young girl, of course, named Maddie Ross, played in a sharp performance by young Haley Steinfeld, who may rank with Chloe Grace Moretz as in terms of a breakout young star this year in Hollywood. And she enlists a man who has a vicious reputation and lives up to every bit of it, and that is Marshal Rooster Cogburn. Bridges does a great job in mixing the heart and boldness that John Wayne had in the role, but also gave the character his own, I guess you could say, touch, if you will. But of course, he has to do that. It's a modernization that doesn't feel overly modern. Now, it stays true to the Western aspect of things, and is how a modern Western should be made. And Bridges managed to keep a hold of all of that to help make this movie work. I also got to give a lot of credit to Matt Damon, who really holds up his own as Texas Ranger LaBeouf and gives the movie its extra intended weight that it needs to have, as did Josh Brolin. And look again, it's Barry Pepper, and did I just not say he needs to be doing movies often? Well, he is really good. Brolin is cranked to the utmost charged up point in this film as the rattlesnake villain Tom Chaney. And Pepper is also quite leather sold as a Western gang runner. Now, some have complained that True Grit doesn't hold up as well as the Coen Brothers' other work because it lacks the elements that made their other films so amazing. But they find new elements, and that's what they need to make a film like this work. I say to all those people, if you stick too much to familiarity and don't branch out once in a while, you ended up in the dreaded, wow, what happened to that once great director, which happens all too often. So many of them end up in that realm of the movie world. The Coens are trying to do new things, but make no mistakes, a few of their little things, if you will, are still there, and they are there when they are needed. True Grit is a movie that is also remarkably entertaining as well, and not just a great film. It has everything it needs to be, and that is why I'm giving True Grit the perfect 5.